Hello everyone, my name is Joy and today I will present my article with the title The Integration of Indonesian Folktales in BIPA Learning, Enhancing Intercultural Competence in Foreign Learners. So these presentations will discuss how the Indonesian folktales can be used in BIPA classes is to improve not only the language skills but also intercultural competence. So let's go. So we move to the slide one. So the language and culture, it is an inseparable link. So language and culture cannot be separated. It's only the language is not only a tool for communications, but it also the reflect of values, belief, and social norms. So nowadays, language learning is not only about the grammar, the vocabulary, and others. It's also need intercultural competence, which means to understanding and respect different cultures. So, as a program for teaching Indonesians to foreign speakers, BIPA plays an important role to introducing Indonesian cultures to international learners. So the next slide is about the gap in BIPA instructions. So many BIPA programs still focus mainly on the grammar or vocabulary. So the learning materials are often based on textbooks or an artificial situations. So the result, the learners may speak Indonesian correctly, but they may not fully understand the cultural meanings behind the language. So this is very dangerous because this can lead to misunderstandings in cross-cultural communications. Okay, so defining intercultural competence. So what is intercultural competence? So uh, according to Michael Bryan, intercultural competence is the ability to understand, to respect, and effectively interact with people from different cultural backgrounds. So intercultural competence is also includes three important aspects. With the first one, we have awareness, respect, and interactions. So the learners need to be understand social norms and traditions, appreciate the cultural difference, and communicate appropriately in different situations. The next slide is about the folk tales as a cultural bridge. So Indonesian folk tales are very important part of cultural identity because the folk tales it contains local wisdoms, values, and uh, values that have been passed down through the generations. So it because of folk tales, the learner can understand values such as respect for elders, social harmony, cooperations, honesty, and responsibility. The folktale itself shows that cultural diversity of Indonesians. So, for example, like story from Java often emphasize politeness and humanities, while the story from Eastern Indonesia is more like bravery and solidarity. Why folktales work? Authentic context. So, folktales present language in natural and meaningful context. So they help learners to understand how language is used in real social situations. Storytelling is also creates emotional connections, which can improve vocabulary retentions and increase learners' motivations. In addition, folktales help learners to connect language learning with Indonesian's culture and values. So let's move to the implementations. So the core classroom activities. So folktales can be integrated into various classroom activities. For reading activities, the learners can analyze the main ideas, the characters, or the morals, or even the values of the story. For listening, The students can be hear the audio that given by the teacher or maybe recording videos for learning. For speaking activities, learner can participate in storytelling or role playing. For writing activities, the learner can summarize story, rewrite them, or create modern version of the story. Now we move to the implementation, technology, and the project. So technology can support folktales-based learning through videos, digital storytelling, applications, and animations. The teacher can also use the project-based activities such as group presentation and drama performance. Another useful activities is cultural comparisons, where the learner compare Indonesian folktales with stories from their own countries or other countries. So these activities help develop empathy, tolerance, and intercultural competence and intercultural understanding. Now we move to the overcoming implementations challenge. So there are several challenges in using folktales in BIPA classes. The first one, the learners from different cultural backgrounds might interpret story differently. The second one, some folktales contains difficult vocabulary or idiomatic expressions. The third one, the teachers need to choose stories that are appropriate for learners' language and uh, make the same level and interest. So to overcome these challenges, teachers can simplify the language, provide the glossaries, and explain the cultural context, and also carefully select the suitable materials for people learners. So in conclusions, integrating Indonesian folktales into BIPA can support both language development and intercultural competence. So the folktale itself, it helped the learners understand the Indonesian culture to develop empathy and tolerance and become more culturally sensitive communicator. So therefore, folktale can serve as an effective bridge between the language and culture in BIPA learning. So thank you for your attentions, and this is the end of my presentations videos. So I would be happy to answer any questions. So if you do have any questions, comment down below. Thank you.